Okay, for our vocabulary, number one, spawn. When something is spawned, that means it is created or has risen. So the original term of a spawn is, I guess it's kind of debatable because in old Bible stories, if something was spawned, then it was like a ghost was spawned or something like that. But nowadays, we say spawn like in video games. So if you die in a video game and you come back, we call it a spawn or a respawn. So, anyways, it's just anything that just appears or rises up. Sometimes, as kind of a sarcastic phrase, we might say that we might kind of insult other people and call them spawns of something. So, like, if you don't like a political party, and you might call their political party supporters like the spawns of that political party, because you're saying that you don't like that political party and you don't like the people that have come out of it. Number two, a shroud. A shroud is some type of cover, or it can also be like something to hide yourself with. So in some places, if you visit like a very old church or anywhere that's kind of religious and very old, sometimes people have to wear a shroud over them to cover themselves out of respect. Number three, wreak havoc. So havoc means trouble or chaos. So wreak havoc is an expression for saying that you are creating a lot of trouble or creating a lot of chaos. Sometimes we say that, like a bunch of little kids were playing and wreaking havoc. Or, you can say it the same about a bunch of drunk people who are wreaking havoc, making a lot of trouble. Number four, purgatory. So purgatory is depending on your religious belief, purgatory is kind of like between death and your judgment. And so at that time, you kind of have to, you kind of have to, I guess, suffer for some of the sins that you have committed. But anyways, we use purgatory also as an expression nowadays too. It's become kind of an expression. So if you had a job interview and you're waiting for the results, you have to wait like 1 or 2 weeks. That time is when you're in purgatory. You just feel like you're just waiting, and you just like you're waiting forever. And that's sort of like the reputation for purgatory, is that you wait in purgatory for a long time. It feels like eternity. So number five, to don something is to put something on. D-O-N, don, not D-A-W-N. It's pronounced the same way. But to don something is, if you imagine like a superhero movie, the superheroes don a costume. Batman dons a mask, Superman dons a cape. So we don't really say like don like in a, we don't say in everyday conversation. Like we don't really say like, oh, I donned my jacket today. It's usually used in sort of a very special way. It's very unique. So you have to say it like something is very powerful or very unique. So if you were talking about kids on Halloween Day, today my son or my daughter donned the costume of Superman, like that. Number six, appease. When you're trying to appease people, you're trying to just make them feel very comfortable and calm them down. And maybe someone has very high demands, and so when someone is very demanding, you have to appease them. Sometimes you have to try and please them a little bit. That's what politicians do when they run for office. They're trying to appease their voters. Number 7, ward off. Ward off is actually another type of expression too. When you're trying to ward off something, that means you are trying to fight something off. I think I might be getting a cold, so I'm going to take some vitamin C to ward off the infection. Or you know, if you are very superstitious and you believe in ghosts, oh, I need to get a priest to ward off the ghosts, or I need to use salt to ward off the ghosts. I don't know if you guys use that. I don't know if I think it's a European belief, but using salt or something, making a circle of salt. So when you're warding off something, that's basically saying that you are just trying to prevent something and keep it away. But it's a little bit hard to use ward off in a common way. So because it kind of has a little bit of a I guess it's just it depends on how you use it. It's you can't really ward off bad grades, you know, because it's you can't keep bad grades away. It's something that you have to study for. But if you feel like you're getting sick, or if you're scared of ghosts, or if you're trying to prevent bad publicity, like in the example here. Number 8, vengeance. Vengeance is when you want to have revenge. You want to take justice into your own hands. So most wars and most attacks are committed out of vengeance. Oh, you did this to someone I love, I'm going to kill you, and that's what we call vengeance. And that is our vocabulary.